Azar plays, and it's going to be bowls, and it's going to be 4 runs off the bat of Adam Bacher down to the vacant third man area. First runs of the innings.
Well, he'd given him 4 runs, but I don't think it entirely went where he wanted. I think Mahmood won't be too displeased with seeing Bacher play this shot away from his body. The bat gets a long way away from his body, and that's why you can't control it. It went in the air through about second gully.
There are 3 slips, and then the gap to the gully went between them. And there it is again. No ball called this time, but once more it's down to third man through the gap between third slip and gully, and it's 4 more.
Yeah, I think we'll see an alteration here, maybe 2 gullies and 2 slips. Not quite enough pace to get the fine edge, more the thicker edge, which will go towards 4th slip or gully. That's the no ball call. But it's the shot that Mahmood will be more interested in, like me.
Oh, that's very well bowled, but runs here for Bacher off the thick outside edge. It in fact will be a boundary. It's a pretty quick outfield, so a boundary to end the over. 31 for no loss, South Africa. That's put away nicely by Bacher. That's what they got to do. They got to be patient, wait for the loose one. And when it was there on that occasion, Bacher made no mistake.
That's the golden rule, isn't it, at this level? Lots of people round the bat, some really accurate bowling, but as soon as the loose ball comes, capitalise. And Adam Bacher did just that. Little short, little wide, turning away, plenty of room. 4.
And that's gone away through Moin Khan, and I think that has gone for 4 byes. It has indeed. Well, that's a good stroke. 4 runs. Mushtaq gave it a bit of air. He came down the wicket and played it out of the middle, more or less out of the middle of the bat.
Yes, I like the idea from Mushtaq to toss it up a little bit, but it's wide. You see, it's way, way out there. It frees the batsman's arms and get his arms out. You need width on these slow pitches. I always feel as a batsman, if you bowl at me wicket to wicket, you make it harder for me to score. Bowled.
As the Googler there, I don't think he read that one.
No, he didn't. He was feeling for it, was back. He's looking, he shall or shan't, where do I play at it? You know, that's beat him on the inside comfortably. But it's so slow, you can use your pad as your second line of defence. It's difficult to get out on these.
That's another fine stroke down the pitch, getting to the half volley and really hitting the ball. A beautiful on drive, 4 more. And that is the 50 partnership. And no mistake, that's his 3rd 4 of the over. It was a little bit short, and wham, 4 more. End of the over, 57 for no wicket. Using his feet, that's a handsome stroke, and that's taken him to his 50. That really was a fine shot, coming down the pitch to sack lane and cover driving for 3 excellent runs. 51 out of 77 for no wicket.
Well, that was a very nice innings, actually. Well put together for a young man who's... I think if he was honest, and I think he is, would say he wasn't altogether sure of Mushtaq's deliveries, but he stuck it out, he worked at it, he realised how quickly the pitch was slow and played a lot of pull shots. Used his feet nicely here and did a couple of other times to Mushtaq. Yeah, I thought it was a very nicely constructed 50.
Well, that's a lovely stroke, beautifully timed, very well placed. And Mushtaq's going to have a struggle. I think he'll just pull it back. And so 3 runs there. And the bails come off, and the players now depart into the pavilion for tea. That was a lovely stroke. He found the gap, timed it very well, Kirsten. And 89 for no wicket at tea. Bakker has 56 of them, and Kirsten has 22. And how well these two South Africans complemented one another. There you see the figure in brackets on the right, the number of balls they faced. Bakker had 10 more than Kirsten, 89 to 79. So when we got a start, which was some time after I think the ground was fit, but the groundsman was reluctant to let play start and perhaps was not put under enough pressure, who knows. But when play did start, we've had a most entertaining 27 overs cricket. 89 for no wicket, the South African score. They prospered reasonably against Wasim Akram, good to see him back, and Azhar Mahmood at the start. None for 5, Wasim in 6 overs, just as though he'd never been away. And then the spinners, Mushtaq none for 25 in 6, Saqlain none for 22 in 6, and Ali Rizvi none for 8 in 2. So there we are at tea on the second day. South Africa, who won the toss, 89 for no wicket.
Really attacked and been very successful.
Well, he gets this one just over the head of mid-on. It's going to be 4 runs, but there were shouts of catch it, as I don't know that he quite got hold of it. There he goes through with a shot again, which is an indication that he didn't hit it as well as he hoped to.
Yes, again, a good bold shot from Adam Bakker, not getting completely to the pitch of the ball, and just been very lucky in there not to get caught at mid-on. But again, his aggressiveness is helping him, his batting, and South Africans get on to a good total. 96 for no loss.
Oh, but he was a bit lucky there. And that is a shot that Gary Kirsten plays rather too often. He got out to Shane Warne playing that quite often, cutting against the leg spin. And that went between wicketkeeper and slip for 4. It brings up the 100.
Yes, Kirsten waiting for that one and not playing it well in the end. Wasim Akram a little wide in the slips.
That's beautifully forced away off the back foot by Gary Kirsten. I think this has got too much for even the speedy Rizvi, and he's very quick across the turf, and it is 4 runs. Beautifully played by Gary Kirsten.
It's width again, and Gary Kirsten opening the face, playing his favorite cut shot. Beautifully timed.
And again, Gary Kirsten, who's finding his touch now, forces this one away to the boundary for 4, backward a square on the offside, giving himself room. And they're asked over, remember, he got a bit of an edge. It went between keeper and slip, but this one he played well.
Come on, come on.
Again, beautifully done, just a little wide outside the off stump, and Kirsten quick to pounce on that.
That's a fine stroke. It was a little bit short, quick on his feet, and Kirsten whipping that away to the deep mid-wicket boundary. Famous last words. That was the full half volley, and it got the treatment, and that is Kirsten's 50. What a lovely way to get there.
Full and wide. Kirsten could be said that he placed that there. That's his 11th with 400s. Missing out, of course, by 2 runs in the first test. Rawalpindi for his 5th 100. Fielder collides with the umpire, but I don't think would have made any difference. And it ends the over. 6 fours to Gary Kirsten. It's 50 runs. Score now 129 for no wicket.
Oh, it's a beautiful stroke. And I don't think anyone will stop that. That was a lovely cover drive. And it's gone. That is the first wicket. Wasim Akram, on his return to Test cricket, has broken through, and Kirsten is out for 56.
Jubilation amongst the crowd. The ball just a little bit too close to play the shot that Gary Kirsten wanted to. We'll see in a moment whether it actually came back to him. 7 fours in his 56. 142 deliveries. 164 minutes. South Africa 135 for 1.
And the new batsman working his way down to the other end, Brian McMillan, he's here because of this.
The ball just came back at him a little bit, but he's playing it with an angled bat. He's playing an orthodox cut shot initially. With an angled bat, 45 degrees, but the ball coming back at him got too close for the stroke, and he drags it down onto the leg stump. Big disappointment for Kirsten. Jubilation for the man in picture, as you will see. There goes the bails, and there's the man who's very happy indeed.
He's gone this time, looking to cut off the back foot, and Mushtaq Ahmed has struck. So Brian McMillan's terrible run against spin in the subcontinent continues. South Africa, you lose the 2nd wicket. 152 runs on the board.
Trying to hit that one a little hard, and Mushtaq really sizing McMillan up really well. He wanted to have a go at him, and in this particular over, that provided him the opportunity really. Gone for 7, South Africa 152 for 2.
So Daryl Cullinan, the new man in, and he plays the first ball quite comfortably. So good over there for Mushtaq and Pakistan. 152 for 2.
This one nicely caught by Moin Khan. Did spin a lot, and it was difficult to take for Moin, but he did really well to get behind that ball.
Bob Woolmer, and to his right, panning right as we go now. There's Pat Simcox in the cap, pads on, and a little further along, Hansie Cronje.
And Adam Bacher, all defence at the moment. I think he realises that it's not too far away before the batsman will be off at the light, whether the spinners are operating or not. And there's no reason to take any chances at this stage. Rather start again tomorrow and in good light go to your 100. Maiden over, 154 for 2. Well, the first over of the day is going to be bowled by Mushtaq Ahmed, the leg spinner, and he's going to bowl to Adam Bacher, who batted so well, in fact to Daryl Cullinan, who's on 1, Bacher on the other end on 78. And South Africa 154 for 2, a very sound start to the test match. Cullinan driving into the covers. Mushtaq, who's bowling his 14th over, 1 for 36 at the moment. The wicket of Brian McMillan yesterday, caught behind when he backed off and tried to crack him away on the offside, got the top edge, was caught by the wicketkeeper. Gary Kirsten having been bowled by Wasim Akram. Off the inside edge for a well-played 56 after he and Bacher had put on 135. Wasim, a good return to Test cricket, 1 for 21 from 11, tidy stuff. And the spinners, I think, coming in for a little more stick than they might have expected. Mainly as a result of some attacking play by Adam Bacher. South Africans decided to take on the spinners. There's a big appeal here, and he's been given out. He's been given out. And I would assume it is for the catch at short leg and not the LBW. They all went up, and South Africa have lost a very early wicket on this third morning. So an early breakthrough for Pakistan has brought the South African captain Hansie Cronje to the wicket. And he'll be very eager to do well today. This is off the pad. A leg by.
Well, I don't think the decision was difficult to give. It was quite clearly here. You could see bat pad. Well, we've probably got a better view from the video replay down the pitch, straight down.
Now, Jeffrey, to me, he would have been better coming forward to stifle that. I don't think he read that one, and they're up for the appeal. Umpire Katie Francis once again says no, but there's no doubt that Adam Bacher did not read the wrong one there.
Well, I said he didn't read them yesterday, but he played very well. He was very positive. Look at this. Oh, I think that's out. Oh,
this is going to be 4 runs, but lucky runs. Again, there was big turn there for Mushtaq, the leg spinner, and he just dabbed at it with the bat, and it flew between the wicketkeeper and the slip.
Well, again, slip is quite wide. We saw yesterday Wasim Akram couldn't get hold of one because he's quite wide, and the slip today is very wide.
Over the head of mid-on, and it will be 4 runs. So Adam Bacher has decided, like he did yesterday, he's not going to be tied down, which he has been a little bit this morning. All the South African batsmen have, and he's down the wicket there. He wasn't quite to the pitch of it. We saw that yesterday when he just cleared mid-on as well. But he got it over the head of Syed Anwar, and it's 4 runs. Now he drives through the covers. I don't know that it's got enough on it to go to the boundary. Mushtaq is after it. Bad knees and all. They'll be able to get 3.
Well, it might actually help young Bacher to look to be positive. It was a nice offside shot, because it's quite obvious that he's a bit nervous and worried. He's not played particularly well this morning. The bowlers have got on top of him. A lucky streaky 2 or 3 shots, 1 over mid-on and 1 past slip. And yesterday he was very positive, and he was successful with it.
A loud shout here. He's given him this time. Adam Bacher is not happy, but Katie Francis's finger goes up, and unlucky again. out for 96 for the second time in his career. And Mushtaq Ahmed finally gets a wicket here this morning.
Well, the young man, you can only really bleed for him. He received a lot of fine deliveries. And if he didn't edge that, he will be very, very, very disappointed. If he did, he'd be disappointed enough. But a good, positive innings. Wonderful bowling from Mushtaq, which way you look at it. Bacher out for 96, 12 fours and 1 6.
So Jonty Rhodes comes out to the middle. At the fall of Adam Bacher's wicket, Adam Bacher dismissed for 96. Very unfortunate. I think he'll be disappointed at being given out here, because when you see from the front on camera, I think you can see some daylight between bat and the ball. Now take a look. I think very unlucky to be given out. The bat must have hit the boot, and that's where the noise came from. Well, that's missed the bat clearly. Nice shot by Rhodes. A chase here for the man from mid-off, but the ball will win. So first boundary for Jonty Rhodes. And South Africa moving on now to 190 for 4.
That's the slog sweep, as Hansie Cronje's had that shot described as on many occasions. I think slog's a little bit unfair because he's totally in control of what he's doing. It's not a sweep shot because it doesn't go behind square. Beautifully executed.
And this is hammered handsomely on the onside by Cronje. Total control of that shot on that occasion. And that boundary bringing up the 200 for South Africa.
Again, picking the right length to sweep and the right line. Just outside off stump. Pad goes down outside off stump. Misses it, hits the pad, not out. Outside the line. See it here, there it pitches. Outside the line, bang. Hit it very hard too.
In the air, but straight down the ground. This is 4 runs. Again, nicely timed by Rhodes. 206 for 4, South Africa.
Oh, well, that was a fine stroke, and Cronje's always been looking to get after the spinners, and that's 6 runs. A beautiful stroke, coming down the pitch, hitting through the ball, and a glorious shot.
Well, he's always been a batsman who likes to go over the top. He's a very good player on the aerial route. Lovely use of the feet, nice chassé down the pitch. Like all batsmen, occasionally he'll get out going over the top, but he does get a lot of runs because he's confident and plays it well.
Well, and there's, he's gone, yes, he's gone, bowled. And Rhodes trying to play the sweep, the paddle sweep, and that one, we'd have to wait and see whether it bowled him off his pad, but the leg bail on the ground, and Rhodes is out.
Well, I thought the delivery was too full in length. You sweep on length, this is far too full. He's left it open there, he's gone around the back and hit the stumps. Yeah, we'll see it again later. You'll see he gets the pad inside the line of the ball, and that's what allowed the mistake. 215 for 5.
It's now going to be Shaun Pollock for the first time against Mushtaq. And we're back now to 4 men round the bat, 3 on the offside and 1 on the leg. Oh, that's a fine shot. Mushtaq dropping just a little bit short, and Pollock straight into that one. It was a beautiful stroke, 4 runs. Well, Cronje was waiting for the chance. He was a bit like a coiled spring, and my goodness me, he's hit that well. 6 runs over wide long on. That was a massive blow.
Now, to some people who've not seen Hansie Cronje bat, it might seem a little bit like a sort of slog to mid-wicket. but it isn't. It's a well-constructed shot. It's one of his pet shots, actually. I've seen him play that shot many, many times to all kinds of spinners. And he very rarely misses it. Gets that left leg out of the way, free swing of the bat. It's not the most elegant looking shot, but it is a very effective and big run scoring shot for him.
There goes Cronje again with one of his favourite shots, and he smears that to the boundary. Well, when you need a 50 and you're one away from it, that's the good time to take a single. Well played, Hansi Cronje. He's hit 3 sixes and he's hit 3 fours in a 50 that has come from just 88 balls at a time when the South African batsmen were being tied down by the spinners. Now it is the chance of Pollock, who comes down the wicket and plays quite beautifully. A lovely straight 6 over the head of the bowler. That was a really good shot from Shaun Pollock.
That's it!
And this has gone straight up, and there are 2 men converging on it. There could be a collision. One has called. Waqar Younis must have called for it, and he has taken the catch. And Hansi Cronje, for once, didn't bring off one of his favourite shots, hit it straight up in the air. And the South African captain is out for 50, and South Africa 252 for 6.
Yes, an inside-out shot for Cronje. He's been playing it so well all morning, but there was this chance of really looping that one in the air when you're hitting against the spin, and that is what exactly happened.
Wasim safely under it, and Cronje gone for a very good 50 with 3 fours, 3 sixes, just 90 balls, and South Africa 6 down, 252. Well, he's going to get off the mark with one that is along the ground, and it might even go for 4 between slip and gully. Does.
This was a good ball bowled by Saqlain, but nicely played by Klusener, dropping his wrists. Played with a soft hand.
Well, it does the same again. And once more, it might win the race to the boundary, and it does. Well, that will be maddening for the bowler. Getting past Wasim Akram.
That'll be frustrating for Wasim Akram also, is let that ball go again. They're not behind that.
That was in the air just for a little longer, dropped just short of the gully. But he's played it with reasonably soft hands, which is unusual. And this is hit very hard and high, and will be 4 runs. He didn't quite get hold of it. It went higher than further, and it is 4 runs instead of 6. And he smashes, and it's 4 runs. Well, that's the way he plays. He does not move from the crease. He just laid that heavy bat onto that, and it was away through the covers for 4. A bit airborne, but he doesn't care.
That's the right thing to do, really. Saqlain not in his best of bowling forms in this particular innings, and Klusener making full use of that half volley, launching himself nicely for a well-deserved 4.
Played with great defence of circumspection by Lance Klusener, and just smothers that one, and they do turn away for the pavilion. Well, what an entertaining morning it has been. South Africa resuming at 154 for 2, and Adam Bacher progressing from his 78 to 96 when sadly he was given out caught behind. The second time in his test career that he has fallen on 96. Still to get a test 100, 96 against the Australians last season, 96 today. One really does feel for the young man. And then the good work of Kirsten and Bacher continued by the captain Hansi Cronje, an inspired 50 with 3 sixes, 3 fours from just 90 balls. And now Sean Pollock and Klusner with a flurry before lunch that has seen 131 runs scored in the 2-hour session from 31 overs. And we've had little from Wasim. It's been the spinners that have done the work today. Mushtaq has picked up 4 wickets for 87. Saqlain has been expensive, 1 for 95, and Rizvi had 16 or so runs taken from 1 over of his, so no wicket for 46 for the debutant. So South Africa then will be pleased with their performance. Despite losing 4 wickets, they've carried their first innings score to 285. Well, he's going to get off the mark with one that is along the ground, and it might even go for 4 between slip and gully. Does.
This was a good ball bowled by Saqlain, but nicely played by Klusner, dropping his wrists. Played with a soft hand.
Well, it does the same again. And once more, it might win the race to the boundary, and it does. Well, that will be maddening for the bowler. Getting past Wasim Akram.
That'll be frustrating for Wasim Akram also, is let that ball go again. They're not behind that one at all.
That was in the air just for a little longer, dropped just short of the gully. But he's played it with reasonably soft hands, which is unusual. And this is hit very hard and high. And will be 4 runs. He didn't quite get hold of it. It went higher than further, and it is 4 runs instead of 6. And he smashes, and it's 4 runs. Well, that's the way he plays. He does not move from the crease. He just laid that heavy bat onto that, and it was away through the covers for 4. A bit airborne, but he doesn't care.
That's the right thing to do, really. Saqlain not in his best of bowling forms in this particular innings, and Klusner making full use of that half volley, launching himself nicely for a well-deserved 4.
Played with great defence of circumspection.
Second day. That's going to be 4 more. Waqar can't get to that. So the 50 partnership, and strokes really flowing off these 2 bats now.
It's a good shot from Klusner. He's picked the right length to sweep, and also the correct line. Ball pitching well outside off stump, turning back into him. So he's safe with the right pad, well outside the line, should he miss it.
Oh, that was the most handsome blow. That's 6 runs all the way. A marvellous stroke, a good clean swing of the bat, and a beautiful contact. It's the end of the over, 3:14 for 6.
He's on 49. And will reach his 50 with that single. A very, very good innings by this left-hander from South Africa. Brought into this test match because of injury to some other players. And really, he's come good with a top-class innings. Just 46 balls in 62 minutes, 7 boundaries and a 6. Loud shot he's given him. Playing across the line there, Klusner. And Azhar Mahmood has struck here for Pakistan. So very, very fine innings from Klusner comes to an end. And South Africa have lost their 7th wicket.
Yes, playing across this time on the middle leg. And a good wicket for Pakistan. Great knock, 58 of only 54 balls with 9 fours and 1 6. That's entertainment right from the word go.
Now watch where this ball pitches.
Yes, this would have easily missed the leg stump. Ball just going down the leg. Not a very good decision there from umpire Nazir.
4 wickets. They've carried their first innings score to 285 for 6 at lunch.
It's a nice stroke by Pollock. Timing it well, and it's gone all the way for 4. Well, that was short. It was a splendid stroke there by Pollock. 4 runs all the way. But this match is always likely to run out of time because we didn't get a start until after lunch on the second day. That's going to be 4 more. Waqar can't get to that. So the 50 partnership, and strokes really flowing off these 2 bats now.
Good shot from Klusener. He's picked the right length to sweep and also the correct line. Ball pitching well outside off stump, turning back into him. So he's safe with the right pad, well outside the line, should he miss it.
Oh, that was the most handsome blow. That's 6 runs all the way. A marvellous stroke, a good clean swing of the bat, and a beautiful contact. It's the end of the over, 3:14 for 6. And more runs there. It's going to be 4. Mushtaq bowling just a little bit short. It's such a slow pitch. You don't have to be that short for the batsman to be able to do exactly what he wants.
Lance Klusener, he's on 49. And will reach his 50 with that single. A very, very good innings by this left-hander from South Africa. Brought into this test match because of injury to some other players. And really he's come good with a top-class innings. Just 46 balls in 62 minutes, 7 boundaries and a 6. Loud shot he's given him. Playing across the line there, Klusener. And Azhar Mahmood has struck here for Pakistan. So very, very fine innings from Klusener comes to an end. And South Africa have lost their 7th wicket.
Yes, playing across this time on the middle leg. And a good wicket for Pakistan. Great knock. 58 of only 54 balls with 9 4s and 1 6. That's entertainment right from the word go.
Now watch where this ball pitches.
Yes, this would have easily missed the leg stump. Ball just going down the leg. Not a very good decision there from umpire Nazir.
Delivery, and it knocks out the middle stump, and Boucher is out for just 5, 6 in his first test.
Well, that might have bowled him out if he'd had 100. And what a wonderful sight that is for any fast bowler. Uprooted the middle stump. That reached the wicket-keeper. Boucher reached 6 with the 1-4 through the slips in South Africa. A 356 for 8.
He can afford to play properly. That's out, I think. That's out.
Yes, up goes the finger. First test match wicket for Rizvi. It's been a long, long wait. Simcox is not happy. Umpire Francis reckoning there that the ball took the outside edge, touched the keeper's gloves on its way to the first slip. So South Africa now lose their 9th wicket, that of Simcox.
Well, it certainly turned quite a lot to this delivery. Well, I thought it was out. I don't know why Pat Simcox didn't think it was out and was stood. But the umpire and I agree, 397 for 9.
Catch it,
Well, it's in the air. Is that going to be caught at long off? It's a chance. Yes, it's been held. And Pollock is out. Caught down there on the wide long off boundary by Ali Naqvi. He's out for 82. 18 runs short of his 100. And South Africa are all out for 402. And with that wicket, the players will come in to tea. So a total of 402 really has made this match, as we were saying, safe for South Africa. But Pakistan will certainly want to get their answer back to that score and make sure that they can get on top of the South African spinners when their turn comes. And I'm sure it won't be long before Cronje does bring both Simcox and Adams into spinning action. But it has been a most entertaining innings, this. We've had 5 men passing the 50, Kirsten, Bacher, Cronje, Pollock and Klusener. And it really has been an extremely exciting innings. The bowling, well, the spinners have done most of the work. Mushtaq, the best of the bowlers, 4 for 122, and I think very unlucky. I think he might have had 6 or 7. Saqlain 1 for 120, not at his best. And Ali Rizvi in his first test picked up a couple of wickets at the end, which will give him a bit of confidence. And of course, Wasim Akram, the first wicket to fall, that of Kirsten, 1 for 26, and Azhar Mahmood, 2 for 52. No ball's gone away for 4 runs. It's in the air, but it bounced just short. An awkward one there for Cullinan, and it's gone through for 4 runs.
They have to watch this, as it's very well pulled away through mid-wicket, and it's going to be 4 runs. He did rather well to get on top of that and get it down. Oh, and what a magnificent shot that is. That's where he is so strong.
Oh, it's gone right through the keeper's legs for 4 byes. That was a nasty one. It kept low. Adams crossed with himself.
Not only would it be a testing time for the batsman, but also for the keeper. It would have been okay if Dave Richardson would have been there, because he must have capped to Paul Adams for a number of test matches.
Oh my goodness me, he's got through. That's out. Well bowled. That was a beautiful one. I felt he did him in the air. He flighted it, held it back a fraction, and it went through Saeed, and that is the first Pakistani wicket. Saeed has gone for 17, and Pakistan have lost their first wicket at 53.
Yes, that came in with the arm, and Saeed, not being himself, normally doesn't play the spinners that way. And Simcox really making him change his game. Out for 17, Pakistan 53 for 1.
Well, umpires Katie Francis and Nazir Jr. are still out there.